Hello viewers. In today's video, we will talk about the product detail page, which is also called the single page. If you look at the product detail page, you'll see that on one side we have galleries and on the other side we have the product details. We have the product terms being shown and the product title is also being displayed. After that, there's the product price, some static text and product variations like color, size, etc. Then we have reviews displayed, more static text, and this is an element for buying the product by type. The products are coming from there, either the latest products or recent products. We will show you how to display specific products, or if you want to showcase products of your choice in this slider, how you can do that. We'll discuss this in the video. After that, we have multiple sections. Yes, there's a tag section or an accordion section. We have the widget installed. If we want to place a simple accordion widget, then all these details will appear. After that, we have the review section. Then, if you look at the end, we have the post section. So basically, these are all the sections for which we've made separate videos. So now the main product detail page that you see visually, the gallery and product details, we'll talk about how to create that. For that, first you need to go to your WordPress dashboard and then to the Cube WP theme builder. As I mentioned before, the theme builder basically helps us create custom headers, footers, single pages, archives, mega menus, and 404 pages. We will add a new template. Which template is it that we need? Since we're talking about a single page, we'll select the single page template. Let's give it a name, for example, detail page. After that, there's the display on option where you choose for which product or post you are creating this detail page. Since we're creating it for a single product, we'll select single product. After that, we have the option save and edit. When we click save and edit, the system will redirect us to Elementor. Now in Elementor, we'll do the designing. If you look right now, we basically have two columns. In one column, we have the gallery. In the other column, we have the product details. So in Elementor, first we'll take a main container and assign it full width. Inside that, we need to create two columns. For that, you have to place two containers inside it. Create container 1 and duplicate it, so you'll have two containers. We'll set the main container to display, flex, so that what appears vertical becomes horizontal. So now we've created two columns. Now, obviously, the new page we've created is just for your understanding so you can learn how to make it. So right now, the gallery is showing on the left side, but we want it to appear on the right side. And the information that's currently on the right, we want it to show on the left. So what we'll do is, in the first column, we have a widget called Product Gallery. We'll place that there. We have an option for product ID. When you're designing the detail page, the product ID that's given right now is just for your understanding. If you want to add something to the product detail page, you don't need to enter the ID. The system will fetch it automatically. The product we open, its gallery and its details will both be shown. So how many images do you want to display? We want to display all the images. After that, you have the option to display the images in one column or in two columns. If you want to display one column or if you want two images to appear in one row like this, that's entirely your choice. After that, you have the slider option. If you want to enable the slider, you can enable the slider. How many slides do you want to show? Let's suppose you select two. Then you will see that two images will be displayed in one slide. This will be entirely your own choice. There are multiple settings available for the slider. Now let's suppose for now we disable the slider and display the gallery content according to 1 or 2 per row. Now our first section is ready. For the second section, which is the product detail, how do we create it? For that, you need to add a container. After adding the container, start adding the details inside it. First of all, you need to add a heading. After adding the heading, you have the option for dynamic tags. When you click on it, you'll see multiple options appear. What do you need to select or search for? If you want to fetch the product terms, then you will fetch the product term. You will provide the product ID, which is 1193. So the product term will become visible here. After that, if you want to display your title, you need to add another heading for the title. You have added another heading again. Now in that heading, you will click on the dynamic tag at number 12. If you scroll down, you will find the option for post title. Now when you select the post title option, you will need to choose which post title you want to fetch. Our post is basically coming from the product post type and its ID is 1193. So the system will fetch the title here of our post, which is coming from the product and has the ID 1193. After that, we have the option, if you look at the default page, we have an option for a static text block. If you want to add static text, you simply need to place another heading here. After placing the heading, you can paste the text. Now, as you can see, all the colors are coming up as blue. If you want to change the color, you simply need to go into the style of each heading and change the color. If you want to change its font size, all the typography details are available here. Let's suppose we set the font size to 10, and for our second title, we change its color to black and the font size is fine as it is. After that, we added another text which is static. We will change its color as well. By going into its typography, we will change its font size. Then we can also change its weight. Now you can see that our term is also being displayed, our title is being shown, and the text we added is also visible. Now after that comes the option for product variation. You need to add a new element, and when you type variation, you'll get an element or widget called product variation. You have to place that. When you place the product variation, you'll see that according to the ID you've set, the product variations appear. The variations for that product are now available to you. The colors are there and the sizes are there as well. Both the add to cart button and the buy it now button are also being displayed. After that, if you go to the default page, you can see that another static text has been added. So just like you added the static text above, in the same way, you can add the same static text again. Place the heading element here. You can paste the text into it. Again, you can set its coloring as you like. If you want to change its font size, you can do that too. You can change the font weight as well. Now we have changed the font weight and all other things. Now after that, if you look, you can see some reviews. Now if you want to display reviews, you have multiple options. But let's suppose you only want to show stars. Then you can type star here, add a new element, and you'll get the star element. Here, how many stars you want to display and what color you want them to be is entirely up to you. Let's suppose you want to use green color, then you can set it to green. After you've changed the color, how many ratings do you have? Your rating scale is 5 ratings. Let's suppose you want to write that your overall rating is 4.8. Then you'll see that the rating displayed on the stars will reflect 4.8. If you want to change the icons, you can do that as well. If you use the dynamic tag, here you don't have the option for a dynamic tag, meaning we haven't provided any option for a dynamic tag. So our rating is 3.5, as you can see. The stars are displayed according to the 3.5 rating. Now after that, the options we have here, these multiple options have been added. These are static. If you want to incorporate this additional content as well, much like how we previously and successfully added static text in the section above, you have the flexibility to seamlessly integrate it right here within this current context. To achieve this, you can effectively utilize and combine multiple distinct elements, each serving a specific function, which is particularly beneficial and designed for this precise purpose of comprehensive content inclusion and presentation. If you want to change its size, go to Style. You can change its size by going into Typography. This is entirely your choice. Now let's suppose we have this slider option where the slider is showing and products are being displayed in it. Now this slider that you see is basically one of our elements. It's our product by type widget. There we have the option to display products by recent products or to show related products and so on. We'll add that, but before you understand it, we'll add a title to it. After adding the title, we'll adjust its settings. We'll change settings like the color. After that, we'll go into typography and change its font size. We can also change its font weight. Whatever settings you want to adjust, that's completely your choice. Now for our widget, if we add a new element and type product by type or just type, that specific widget will appear for us. Yes, the product by type widget is showing up for us. We'll place this widget here. Now that we've placed this widget, you can see its display, and the default display is in slider mode. That's the difference. Now we'll configure its settings. First of all, you can see which products you want to display here. Let's suppose we give the title Recent Products here. After that, you have the option for product type. Now you can see that the title Recent Products that we set has been applied. You can choose to display recently viewed products, products on sale, related products, or cross-sell products. So we'll display related products. The ID is already displayed for us. After that, if you don't enter an ID, the system will automatically fetch the ID. Next, you can set how many products you want to show per page. Product style is the most important. If you look right now, our postcard isn't being displayed properly. A basic style is being used. Here we have multiple styles that we created for postcards. Let's suppose we select style 4. You'll see that the display of our products has become much more attractive than before. Now we want to enable the slider on this. We have the option available to enable the slider. But if you want it to display like this here, but only enable the slider when viewed on mobile, then you have the option slider for mobile only. So you can enable the slider on mobile. For now, we will enable the slider here. Our slider for recent products has now been enabled. So now, as you can clearly observe, the default width of our detailed area positioned over there was not particularly expansive. If we wish to precisely adjust its overall width, we can certainly proceed to do so entirely according to our specific preferences and requirements. After that, you can see our images are being displayed. If we carefully adjust the settings so that only a mere 2 columns are prominently displayed, then the visual images will be clearly and effectively presented in a well-organized 2-column layout. So, now we will proceed to diligently save all of our recent and important changes. After saving the changes, we will reload our front end again and check whether our changes have been reflected or not. We will thoroughly check and meticulously verify whether the newly created template, specifically designed for the detail page, is being properly and correctly displayed or not. This comprehensive verification is crucial. You can see that our page has loaded. We will scroll down. Let's open a product. Let's suppose we open this product. When you open the product, you'll see that the changes you made are properly reflected. We added the gallery on the right side, so the gallery is showing on the right side. The details which we added on the left side are showing on the left side. Now the display of our recent products isn't very beautiful. Let's take a closer look at why that is the case. Specifically, if we proceed to click on the section for recent products. We've enabled its slider a lot. If we were to set the slides to precisely 1, you would clearly see that our content will be properly and accurately adjusted within it. We will proceed to publish all of our recent changes. After successfully publishing these updates, we will then meticulously reload our web page once more. This will allow us to observe precisely how our newly integrated recent products element, along with our specifically designed product by type element, is now appearing on the live site. Upon careful inspection, you will clearly see that its visual display is absolutely perfect, and it is scrolling smoothly and properly, just as intended. If you want to make this particular section even more incredibly compact and visually appealing, if you truly desire to significantly decrease the overall width of this specific section further, you can simply and easily go to Elementor and meticulously reduce the width of this entire section even more precisely as you wish and prefer. This is entirely and completely your own choice. We have saved our changes. Now, we will reload this page again and check whether the width has decreased or not. You can see that our width has indeed decreased. Right now, you can see that on the page we created, the element at the top, the details section, is not taking any padding from the left side, whereas the gallery element on the right side above is taking proper padding. So if we want to adjust this as well, go to your Elementor. First, navigate to the maintain section. Within this section, you will need to set the main container, which is a crucial element, to box. This is important because our gallery element was also previously configured and set to box. By ensuring this consistency, we maintain a cohesive layout. After making these adjustments, we will then save these changes. Let's observe and see precisely how our modifications are reflected and what impact they have on the overall presentation. But if you look closely now, you'll notice that our images are not displaying properly on the sides of the screen. So why exactly is that the case? We'll go back to our settings again. We'll see that we've set this container, or if we set it to full width, let's see, our images have appeared. Now, what we aim to do is to provide a substantial margin to this particular container, which is essentially the detailed content container, specifically on its left-hand side. This will help in achieving a more aesthetically pleasing and well-organized layout for our design. Let's give it a margin of 50. You can set the margin as you like. as much as you truly desire to give, we will meticulously save all of our recent modifications and then proceed to carefully reload our web page once more. Subsequently, we will thoroughly observe and ascertain whether our latest alterations have been accurately and completely reflected within the updated display, ensuring everything is precisely as intended. Our page is loading right now. As soon as our web page completely loads, we'll be able to clearly see that the very recent changes we've meticulously made are now fully and accurately reflected on our live website, specifically on our online store. So now you can see that earlier it was right up against the border, but now we've given it a margin, so it's moved forward by a 76 pixel gap from the border. So basically, this was a way to show you how to set up the detail page. See, if your detail ends here but your gallery looks very large, then simply go to the gallery. In the gallery, let's suppose you want to show the gallery slider on one image or on two images. Just publish it like that. Now, these are all the settings that you can adjust yourself to make your page look as beautiful as you want. So we have set it up according to our preferences, as you can see. Now, compared to before, our details and our images are the same and are appearing in the same row. So now, compared to before, this section looks much more beautiful. If you look at the other sections, you can see that the colors in this section are more prominent. Maybe that's why the look doesn't seem quite as good to you. So, if you want to significantly change the overall look or the specific colors, you can simply and easily click on any particular element and then change its color accordingly. So, if we save our changes, and now you will see that the color values, the colors of the title and the term that we changed will appear a bit lighter and more subtle compared to before. So this is the method for how you should create a product detail page. As for the review section and the post section, we have made separate videos for those. The method will be the same. If you want to fetch anything on any page, you will have to use the same method to fetch those things on any page. So I hope you now have a proper understanding from this video, and if you ever need to create your own product detail page, you won't face any difficulties. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care.